waking up to a world where millions have vanished, chaos reigns, and the only lifeline you have is a handwritten journal from a friend who saw it all coming, a Christian dystopian survival thriller in Dead. That is The Electric Hook of Jed U.S. Journal, a guide for those left behind by David Mendoza III. As an indie book blogger who lives for high-stakes narratives, I am always on the hunt for stories that balance adrenaline with deep philosophical questions. This book does exactly that, offering a raw, boots-on-the-ground perspective of the apocalypse that feels frighteningly immediate. A roadmap through the apocalypse at its core, this novel is a classic Christian dystopian survival story, but with a twist that sets it apart from the standard fare. Instead of following the ones who are taken, we are embedded with the A-Team, a group of high school friends left behind to navigate a world rapidly descending into madness. Jed, the titular character, isn't the protagonist in the traditional sense. He is the absent guide. His journal acts as a survival manual, a spiritual tract, and a treasure map all in one. The narrative structure is fascinating. We follow Richard and his friends as they decode Jed ES instructions to find a hidden bunker, the Ark. While dodging the One World Federation police, OWFP, and a rising Antichrist figure, John Paul Cohen, the tension is palpable because the characters are racing against two clocks, the physical dangers of a crumbling society and the spiritual urgency of their own souls. The mechanics of Christian dystopian survival. What I truly appreciated about Mendoza's approach to Christian dystopian survival is the attention to logistical detail. This isn't just about spiritual warfare. It's about protein bars, water purification, hidden keys, and tactical movements. The author, utilizing his background in law enforcement and the military, imbues the A-Team with a tactical competency that makes their journey believable. When they encounter traps, drones, or the terrifying locust creatures from Revelation, their responses feel grounded and gritty. The book doesn't shy away from the supernatural elements of end times fiction, but it grounds them in the dusty, sweaty reality of a road trip through hell. The pacing is relentless. From asteroids hitting the ocean to global mandates for the mark, the characters are constantly reacting to the fulfillment of biblical prophecy. Character dynamics and the A-Team. The heart of any Christian dystopian survival novel lies in its cast, and the dynamic between Richard, David, Ali, and Jasmine is the glue that holds the story together. They start as skeptics who ignored Jed's warnings, and watching their transformation is the book's most rewarding arc. There is a profound sense of regret that permeates their journey, the "if only we had listened" sentiment, but it transforms into a steely resolve to survive and witness the truth. Mendoza does a great job of illustrating the concept of the found family. As they pick up stragglers along the way, like the twins Zoe and Jubilee, or the faithful dog Justice, the group becomes a microcosm of the church in the wilderness. Their bond is tested by fire, literally and figuratively. Why this book resonates? If you are a fan of the Left Behind series but crave something that feels more intimate and survival-focused, this is for you. It strips away the political thriller aspects of similar massive franchises and focuses entirely on a small group trying to make it from point A to point B without losing their heads or their souls. This is a Christian dystopian survival tale that wears its heart on its sleeve. It is unashamedly evangelistic, acting as a warning to the reader just as much as the journal within the story acts as a warning to the characters. The emotional stakes are incredibly high because we know, based on the genre, that not everyone makes it to the finish line. Final thoughts. Jed's Journal is a fast-paced, earnest, and action-packed entry into the Christian dystopian survival genre. It combines the thrill of a prepper's guide with the emotional weight of a redemption story. Mendoza has crafted a world that is terrifying to behold, but offers a sliver of hope for those willing to endure the darkness. It challenges the reader to ask the hard question: if the world ended today, would you be ready?